Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, just continued on exploring the Gravesite Plain area in the DLC. I think we started off by talking to some NPCs. There was Red Maid Knight Freya, or Freja, or however you want to pronounce it. I'm just going to call her Freya. And Hornsent. That was by the Grace where we last left off. Talked to them. Hornsent gave us a map that showed, Miquella crosses. There was the one he was at. There was one up the road a little bit through the little cliff passageway, and there was another one across the bridge towards Castle Ensis. So it just kind of tells us like a path you could take. One up toward Belurat, one towards Castle Ensis. But we went through the little tunnel through the cliffside. We went through there where we met Sir Ansbach and Sir Moore. Ansbach said he's former knight of Moog, now he's in service of Miquella. Well, researching what Miquella was doing so he could be more helpful to him. I think that's what he said. He also said there's more crosses than what the Hornsent gave us, and to go tell him if we find any. We will, but I don't quite remember there's any reward out of it. I think he just comments on it and that's it. But yeah, we'll do it anyway, just for the dialogue, because. And then Sir Moore, he's a nice person, sad person. Well, not sad, but he's just a nice person. He had a little shop where I think we did buy a cookbook from him. I believe. I know we bought something. So I have to go back and buy the rest of the stuff I want from him. But probably do that between episodes next time. And then after that, we traveled the path along the cliff edge, made our way up here. We fought through a bunch of blood fiends, I believe they're called. And there's one over there. There's quite a few of them in this little area. Cleared out the ruins. Did dive through my own stupidity. Yeah, I backed myself up in a corner, and the best thing to do at that point is just to quit out reload, because at that point enemies will reset their positions. So it's a little get out of jail free card, kind of. I tend not to do it just because. But it's an option if you have to use it. So we cleared out the ruins, grabbed the Outer Gods heirloom, I believe. Just a talisman that grants +5 to arcane. But definitely worth grabbing if you're not. Definitely worth it. We went that way. We found a peaceful kindred of Rot who gave us a cookbook. Avoided some lightning rams because they're not worth fighting. Cheesed the cursed blade off a cliff, above a cliff edge. Grabbed the blue talisman? Blessed Blue Dew talisman. That's a lot of syllables there. Blessed Blue Dew. Like 4. Okay. 4 is not a lot, but it's definitely a tongue twister if you try to talk fast. But grab that talisman, and I think that was everything. That's all we did. Well, we picked up, some revered blessings, some shadow tree fragments, some bell bearing. But other than that was it. And between episodes, I did farm the one cursed blade at the beginning of Gravesite Plains for his set and weapon, as well as the Mesmer soldiers along the way down towards the Church of Consolation, I believe. No, not that one. This one. Yes. Yeah, there's a bunch of Mesmer soldiers along here and down there by the church. Farmed them for their stuff as well. I was planning to do the knight down there, but he does not respawn. I thought he did, but he does not. So, sad, but oh well. I know where there's a good farming spot for them anyway, and it's actually not It's across the bridge towards Castle Ensis, actually, but we'll do that another time. Farm that stuff. I did upgrade the Misericord, the plus 25, because we will be using it. Using it on the Mausoleum boss, the Western Mausoleum, the Solitary Knights. I don't know if we'll do that this episode, but it's ready when I need it. And what else did I do? I think that was it. And with the runes we did level up once. I think we put one more point into mind. So we're now at 33 mind. Trying to work that way up to 40. Yep. And that was it. And for today, we're just going to continue the Gravesite Plains. Although first things first, we have to grab some larval tears. I think we saw it last episode. They only appear at night, and there's a few of them scattered about. The thing is, they only appear at night. I know where some of them are. I don't know where all of them are. At least I don't think that's all of them, but I'll show you the ones I do know about. If there's more that I don't know, I just don't know. But, so we're gonna grab the 3 that we can get right now. I actually have them marked on the map. There's gonna be one over here, up here, and there's gonna be another one down here. And the third one is actually in the next area we want to go to. So once you grab these 2 larval tears, go to this grace, and they'll continue this way. Take out this little area. Like there's a little village here, ruins here, ruined village here. There's a dragon in the middle of this lake. Painting reward is right here. And there's a jail right here, like a little dungeon. So that's the plan for today. And if we do have time, we'll go take on the Western Mausoleum. It's this thing right here with the Solitary Knights. Whether we get to that or not, I don't know. But and equipment for today. Start off with the Flame Art Longsword. We'll change this up when we fight the dragon. Rotary bow, seal. Going with the Mesmer Soldier Shield, just because it looks really cool with this little getup. I feel like a knight. It's a really cool shield. I mean, it's not the best, but it'll get the job done. Pretty good guard boost, even damage negations. But brass shield's still probably technically better, but this is just a few pounds lighter, so it's a good trade-off. Black Hood, using the Oathseeker armor that we got last time. Armor, gauntlets, and greaves. I won't be using the helmet. I don't like the helmet. I just don't like how it looks. The little thing on top. The little thing that struts out on top, and I don't care for it. Yeah, I like the colors and the ornate designs. I just don't like the thing on top. So stick with my hood. Dragon Crest for now anyway. Once we get our shadow blessings up pretty high, this becomes kind of unnecessary. It might still be useful, but I don't know how big of usefulness it will be. Bullet Talisman, because then we'll have an effective 52 poise, so over 51. And these 2, I wasn't quite sure what to put here, so we're just going to go with the Rotten Wing Sword, multi-hits, because we'll probably be swinging a lot. And the Green Turtle for faster stamina recovery. The Flask has Green Bursts and Hearts here. Spells, I think, are the same as last time. Catch Flame, Lightning Spear, Ancient Lightning Spear, Threads, Aeonia, Vow, and Heal. So, with the right cards, Great Rune. And the pots are probably changing those every now and then. Rolo, Crab, the kind of standard stuff. Alright. How about we get the show on the road? But first things first, we gotta pass the time tonight. Oh, I also did upgrade our Shadow Blessing and Revered Shadow Blessing. Yeah, so now we're at 3 Shadow Blessing and 2 Revered Spirit. So, yeah. All right. Go grab these larval tears. And I don't think I handed the bell bearing into the husk. Don't quite think I did that. Here we go. Yeah, this one's right by the pest, the friendly pest. Yeah, and they only appear at night. So it's a nice bright blue. Larval tear. And the light fades. I'm pretty sure the description is still the same, it just has a different artwork. If we go down to here, these are the larval tears from the base game, and these is the one in the DLC. So, well, there's a little bit of difference. The first paragraph is different. Exceptionally rare creature that burgeons from spirit grays and lives only a fleeting existence. Neither flesh nor spirit, but something in between. Alright, that's one down. Well, let's go here. Grab the other one. And then we'll go forward progress. I wonder if we could actually see it, or is it too far? I think we're too far. I think we're too far for the draw distance. You might be able to see it on PC with high settings, but not here. You can see the grays fade in as we get closer. There it is. Right. And here's the other one. Now we have a whole bunch of larval tears. I don't think I've respec'd yet. Yeah, it's like 19 right there, so more than enough to respec if you ever want to. Yeah, I still haven't done. I should probably do that eventually. Still haven't done Melania's rune yet. It's an interesting great rune. It kind of works on some builds, depending on how quickly you can attack, but it's not for us. All right. Freya. All right, so first things first, we're actually going to hug the cliff. Yeah. I mean, the one downside to the DLC that I can think of, it's like this first area, the Gravesite Plains, the Shadow Plateau, some of the Cerulean coasts and whatnot. It's a lot of open space. It's a lot of open space. I mean, maybe a bit too much to some extent. But what do I know? I'm not a game designer. My opinions don't matter. All right. Here we have Savage Lion's Claw. It's just the regular Lion's Claw, but with the extra flip. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. I mean, it's just I prefer the original Artorias flip. So we get that hugging the wall. And the artwork on it shows, it looks like it's Freya in the artwork, so it's like her skill, her Lion's Claw. So I wonder if she abandoned the skill here in order to show allegiance to Miquella. Because I don't remember her actually using it. Yeah, my first playthrough, or my only playthrough of the DLC, I ended up fighting Freya in the in the Leda fight, and I don't quite remember her actually using that in the fight. I'll have to keep my eye out, especially when we summon her for Dancing Lion. Yes, I will summon her for Dancing Lion. Oop. Oh, okay. I thought that went. I thought it was close. The path was closer in, but I guess not. And a bunch of enemies. Yeah, no items. Not worth fighting. And there's the other. Ooh. I'll take that. And there's the last of those little larval tier spirits. Well, it's not the last one, but it's the last one we're going to get this episode. Just going to grab it now before the sun comes up. Larval tier. Alright. And with that, we'll head down this way and then swing back up. I like it. Don't remember there being any enemies down this way. We might have to fight some grave birds, never mind. Depending on how far over there they go. A little shack. Run down Traveler's Rest. Furnace Visage, and Greater Potentate Cookbook number 2, which gives us hefty furnace pots. Yep. We'll definitely want to keep one or two of those in our back pocket at all times. And it's raining, yay! But yeah, how was it? Not last episode, but the first episode of the DLC, we fought the furnace golem. You knock it down, you repost its face, and if you're quick enough, you can get to the side and throw a hefty pot into its opening as it gets up. The regular fire pot did a good chunk of damage, but if we had the hefty furnace pot, I bet that damage would have been even more chunkier. I think we did, what, like 12,000 damage from the pot into the furnace. I bet the hefty one would have done like, 30. But can we read the description? Uh-huh. Yeah, the furnace's flame burns away both body and soul when impurity is thus expunged, one calling is cleansing. Okay, never mind. I thought it would have something to say about, don't keep it away from the furnace golems or something like that. Can't quite. I remember reading it somewhere. All right. But abandoned ailing village. Let's pick this lower path first. Got some bug people. We're actually very reminiscent of the fly people in the Ashes of Ariandel DLC from Dark Souls 3. Pretty sure it's very similar. They remind me of the fly peoples from that DLC. Another Spirit Ash, thank you. Be upgrading that again once we get to a Grace. Now let's go. Let's go to the main entrance. I don't want to go up that way. A lot of riding around. Okay. There we go. Main entrance. Go this way. We have a spirit. Does not look too good. Dot, dot, dot. Oh, how it hurts. from very tip to toe. Help me. I must ask, am I human still? Is that the reason I yet suffer so? Looks like something bad happened here. I mean, we can fight if you want. Oh, wow. Fly mold. So these are fly people. Yeah, found on hunting manflies. Unfleshed manflies can serve as pot innards. Broken rune. Sure, why not? Free money. Alright, I'm here to end your suffering. Don't worry. We're an exterminator. We were called for an infestation. Okay, that was bad. These people didn't ask to be fly people. Bone shards. They're victims as well. I'm just ending their suffering, as the spirit said. I think we were already in here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that had the broken rune in it. Okay. Yeah, it's like they... I don't know if Mesmer's men came through here or if someone else set it ablaze, but... Thought you were dead. Okay. Ew. Yeah. Oh, nothing in here. I thought there was something in here. Maybe it's down below. Have ailment talisman. Pretty interesting talisman. Yeah. Soul taken by sickness. Yeah, because if you have this on and you say you get bled, like the bleed proc gets done against you, this talisman will increase your robustness. Or if you get poisoned, it'll increase your immunity. So it's actually a really interesting talisman to have. Yeah. When the weak were infected by the dreaded fly sickness, they perished well before the metamorphosis could take hold. Oddly, those who cared for the infected and made certain they were given a proper burial were never afflicted themselves. Sounds like the sickness was targeted to the village specifically? Maybe? So you can see the little gravestone sticking up the cliff. That's the way patches down if you need to. Okay. Alright. So that's all for up here. But yeah, the talisman... yeah, excuse me. Ah, excuse me. Sorry about that. Sinuses are gonna kill me one of these days. But yeah, it sounded like that talisman. Well, according to the talisman, it sounded like the village was targeted by sickness. Give me your stuff. Huh. There's one last little house to this village. That's all the way down here. It sounds like she's trying to say something, but can't quite make it out. The only thing I could really make out was why. But I have another cookbook. This one is Hefty Fly Pots. Okay. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Huh. Oh, that's unique. That's not unique to this one. Okay, never mind. Record of craft techniques of the greater potentate who roamed lands near and far. So it's a potentate from a village who was grotesque by their practices and decided to stuff random things into jars. Okay. Well, we thank you for these recipes, but okay. Thank you. Alright, we're just gonna check this little... Oh, hello. There's actually quite a number of them. Really? Come on. Thank you. Actually, we're gonna put this on. Let's get some FP regen in the meantime. Did not mean to do that. Come on. Don't want to fight your buddy just yet. Alright. Alright, buddy. We're gonna fight you now. We have white flesh? Sure, why not? Good for stuffing in pots, I guess. Alright, there was a deer here, right? Okay. I'm not gonna ask, but I'm just gonna go on my way. Right, we're actually gonna swing around the pool. You can actually see the... Yep, it's a dragon. It's actually an undead dragon. A ghost flame dragon, I believe it's called. But yeah, we'll swing. We'll clear the peripheries first. Then we'll take him on and then swing into the jail. But yeah, he's not gonna be too hard. Yep. as I said, he's an undead dragon, so he's classified as those who live in death. So he takes extra damage from, anti-undead stuff. Last Riots, Sacred Blade, all that fun stuff. So yeah, we could probably two-shot him once we're ready for him. Which reminds me, I forgot to change out the flask. I meant to change out the flask back at that grace. Oh well. I forgot. Ow. I mean, I have no problem just, doing this. Really? You made me miss. Yeah, we're gonna have to go change out our flask first before we fight that dragon. I forgot to do that. And here, Deathbird armor. Probably one of my favorite armor pieces in the DLC. It's just stylish, I think. Looks cool. Don't quite have the greaves I want to go with it, but we'll get that here in the Gravesite Plains. All right. A little patrol. Let's continue circling around. Hiya. Thank you. Ooh, Spirit Grave. We'll take that. Yep. We're coming for you, dragon. Don't worry. We'll make your... we'll lay you to rest, and we'll make it quick and painless for you. Well, I don't know about the painless part, but we'll make it quick. Nothing but different wildlife. Oops. Yeah. You'll notice that some of these animals are a little different from usual. They'll have extra fur, extra horns, extra whatever. But they're affected by the crucible. Which means the crucible is very much... I wouldn't say dominant, but its presence is very strong here in the Shadowlands. Shadow Realm rune, more money. So don't be surprised if you come across a turtle with, fur and horns. Here's the painting. This is the Incursion painting. Reward. Serpent Crest Shield. A very good shield. I'll probably upgrade that between episodes as well. Yeah. They finally made Red Shield, featuring an engraving of a winged serpent. Excels at guarding against fire. It's said to have been made to commemorate the beginning of the crusade started by Mesmer, son of America. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Black Knight shield from Dark Souls. Very good physical, very good fire. Decent guard boost. But yeah, Yeah, we'll upgrade that bad boy. We'll take it with us. How dare you survive? I don't think there's anything else down here. Yeah, we just have the dragon and the jail. And more random people. Alright. Just gonna make sure. Oh, it's just mushroom. We'll be collecting those along the way. Alright, so let's just go to Grace. Change up our flask real quick. I want to make sure we have the holy cracked here. Spear dash to 3. Holy cracked. Anything else I want to do? No. Alright. And that. And we need the weapon arts. And might as well this. Sacred. Let's actually put some pots away. So we make some holy pots. No. Just in case we don't two-shot them, we can, chuck a pot at them just to finish them off. Alright. Trying to think, what's a good body buff that'll buff holy damage? Can't quite think of one. Yeah, because our aura buff's going to be last rites. That's kind of necessary. Just clear these guys out. Oh. Alright. So that Mr. Ghost Flame Dragon. He is considered a dragon, so anti-dragon stuff will work. Bolt of Grand Sax, the Dragon King, Cragblade, Dragon Wound Grease. Those things will work against him. Great Katana, the Dragon Hunter Great Katana will work against him once we get it. He's also considered those who live in death, so Last Rites, Sacred Blade, those kind of things will work against him as well. And for some reason, I'm pretty sure he's immune to everything but Scarlet Rot, which is kind of weird. He can be rotted, but probably we could try, but I don't think its resistance is probably too high for it to get it off in one cast. So I think Scarlet Aeonia will only do up to about 400, 500 build up. It's about 600, I think. So I know 2 Aeonias will fully rot Placidus Axe at new game, so, and he's got about 1,000 resistance, if I remember right. So, all right, but we're gonna go anti-undead on this guy. Look at about here. All right, drink. Last rites. We'll grab it up just in case. And just get really close and then target his head and Sacred Blade. Wow, really? Dragon Heart and Somber Ancient Stone. Okay, so I probably overestimated the damage we were doing. But 13,000 on a headshot, respectable. Respectable. These are also +9, so we're not doing the most damage we could do with the Sacred Blade. I probably should upgrade these swords just cause. If we upgraded them, we probably would have scratched 15,000 instead of 13. But I would have thought it would be a 2-shot. It's actually a 3-shot. But yeah. I think that second hit only hit his neck, not his head, which is kind of hooey. But oh well, he's dead. I don't care. And we got our stone, which is the prize, the real prize in fighting them. So we will fight them every time we see them, just to grab ancient stones. Alright. Now we go down. Down, down, down. Belurat Jail. Grace. Effigy. Can't use Torrent in here, so we'll put that back on. Switch back to our fire longsword. Although I think maybe I should use slash. I don't know. I don't know. Green burst back in there. Let's see. Do I need anything else? No. Cool. All right. I think we're good. Actually, let's get our talismans back. Multi-hit for sure. Maybe charge attack. Sure, why not? All right. Belurat Jail. And here we'll learn things we probably should not have learned. Yep, you can actually see them down the bottom there at the corner. Yeah, something we should not have learned. If you wanted to throw yourself off, be my guest. Frozen maggots. Maggots. Yep, I think they're food for prisoners. The maggots develop in great jar innards and are an invaluable source of sustenance to the prisoners. Yum. Ugh. I know in some cultures eating like insects is the best way to get protein, but ew, still. That's the way forward. So, yeah, there's another attack around the corner. Silverhorn tenders, sure, we'll take them. I don't know if we can actually make them at any point. I mean, they're a better version of the pickled fowlfoot, but meh. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, the only reason I have my shield out is just for those blind corner shoves attacks. You can't quite see them. Well, now you can get a better look. Yeah. Ew. I don't know if it's... I know one of these jails has illusory walls. I think it's a different one. Yeah, I think it's a different one that has the illusory walls. I think it's the Lamenter one, I believe. There's no need to be sad, people. Free money, sure, we'll take it. Frost bolus. Actually not a bad idea considering the boss does frost damage as well. We have another spirit. Dot, dot, dot. Oh please, not the jar. Anything but that. I promise I won't ever do it again. I swear, a living saint I'll surely be. Please, you must forgive me. Forgive me, please. Probably one of the prisoners who don't want to be stuffed in a jar. So stuffing people in jars, huh? I thought I could pick something up. Clear out these guys. Not mean to do that. All right. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Yep. Here we get to see what they put in these jars. Ugh. All right. Grab the item. More money. And would you look at that? Yep. That's what they put in jars. Are you stuck? Stay stuck. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll get a good freeze frame on that, but blech. They're stuffing people in jars and they're fusing together. Ugh. So that's what Alexander looks like with his clothes off. Alright, now you have a little parkour section. We've got to make sure we get to that little wooden ledge there, because there is a chest on there. So running off should just be enough. Some of these you might have to sprint off, but okay, so grab this item, which is useless, so don't bother getting it. Go here. And there's little jars. Ah. Go. Let's take care of them. And you can see that one's nice and cracked. And I don't know if you, well, it's really hard to tell, but there's a slight difference in coloration between that one and that one. I can barely see the difference, but there is a difference. Mainly it's the cracks. Don't listen to what I have to say. Just look for the big cracks on them. Because that one holds a surprise. In fact, we can actually make another hefty pot. Line it up. Bam. Break it prematurely. Yep. He comes busting out and back. They do it quite often, so just keep an eye out for especially cracked pots. Here we have another hefty cracked pot. So that's number 2. Oops. Did not mean to do that, because we want to make more of these. I think we're okay with resources. Alright. Yes, I'm a monster. Clearing out the enemies. He's a tanky boy. Can do your spin to win. Nope. Ow. Spin in place. Thank you. Alright. Oh, hello. Yeah, I think they have like 60 poise, I want to say. So, 2 charged R2s, and those guys will go down. Just keep an eye out. So he comes out of here. Where did the other guy come from? Where did the other guy come from? Oh, right here. Probably right here. No, they only have like 40 poise? Really? So charged R2, that's 30. And I did 2 swings at them. So that means they only have like 40. I'll double check, 'cause that's... Oh, interesting. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, that's 40. That was 40 stance right there. Okay. Okay. Yep, we have 2 of those jars. Oops. Well, wants your little fleshy crab claw. Ugh. Disgusting. Yep, a little door that goes nowhere. Yep. A upside down jar like those other guys we just fought. So I guess that's another living jar under there. You got the big guy. And a really big jar. Oof. Alright. I'll give it a try, but I don't think we can do it. No. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get across before the thing breaks down. So, we came close, but no cigar. Just grabbing all the resources we can. All right, so it's like a little maze down here. So, keep right. Just keep right. You'll eventually come out to the exit. So. Did they get a defense bonus while in there? You're a big one. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna say he seemed pretty tanky for a jar. That's because he's a big one. They come in two sizes. Standard and big. I guess the ones we were fighting before were the standard size and this guy was big size. So he's a bit tankier. Just keep an eye out. I'll take that. So with an empty jar, there's probably a guy patrolling around here. Here's the other side of that jar. All right, these are some big jars. All right, so there's the exit. Grab this. Stone sixes, sure. All right, so that's the exit. We're gonna hop over here. We got some items we can grab. Oh, there he is. I knew I heard him. Now knowing that they have 40 stands, it makes these guys a bit easier. Oh, we got their innards. Ew. Yep. It's a throwing item, actually. Yep. Scraps of flesh for filling great jars. Rancorous spirits cling to the pinkish red twisting meat. Yep. Throwing enemies to inflict damage. That's what became of the condemned who got sliced up and stuffed into jars to become saints instead. I'll probably blow it up, but you can see strands of gold in the picture, like in the middle of that fleshy mound. Ugh. So I guess that's what Marika was pulling out of that one little corpse thing in the trailer. Yeah. But, man. Cookbook 11 gives us hefty freezing pots, which, to be honest, aren't that much better than the regular freezing pots. If I remember right, the hefty freezing pots only do 400 frost buildup. The regular ones do like 380. So So. Regular freezing pots will be perfectly fine for us. You can also throw those faster as well. Ooh. That could have been scary. Again, always check your surroundings before you move forward. More innards, lovely. So you could just probably. I thought I saw a confirm message there. Ooh, another hefty pots. We'll take them. I think we can jump to that. I can. Don't know if this gets us anywhere other than back here. Yep. That's what they stuff on the inside. Yeah. They look dead. So they come alive once they're all congealed together. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Alright. I just want to double check, make sure I got everything. Knowing me, I'm probably going to miss something and I'll have to come back. So we took care of that, got all that. That's over there. Okay, I think we got everything. Cool. I mean, I'll double check later, but I'm pretty sure we got everything. All right, and here comes the fun part. All right, knock off Alexander. I'm sorry, man. I had to get you out of the way. I don't like killing the jars, but rather than not have to deal with them by surprise, you know. You're focusing on an enemy, all of a sudden you get slapped in the butt by one of them. Smithing stone. Alright. Keep that in the back of your mind. We'll come to that in a moment. But first, we have these guys to deal with. What? I forgot to put a talisman on here? Okay. Yeah, holy... You know what? Let's just, you know... Yeah. Can I get some more fireflies? Perfect. Come over here. Come on. Ah, don't go behind there. Thank you. Gotta get him. There we go. I mean, if you want to do that, be my guest. Alright. Since we know, let's stick with the guard counter. Guard counter. Alright, so we thinned the crowd. Now we only have to deal with this guy. Ow. Okay. Yeah. That was disgusting. Okay. So the bigger guys have more than 40 poise. They probably have 60 or 80. Ugh. A little. Ugh. All right. So remember this little pot? Well, we're going to drop onto it. Secret elevator. It goes down. It'll eventually go back down. There it goes. Okay. And just step on this to call it back up. Yeah, it took me a minute to figure out what this was all about, but it's the elevator call button. So. All right. Is there anything over here? No. Cool. There's Mr. Jar. You're the 40 poise version, smaller one. Yeah. Still disgusting. Big jar. What are you gonna do? Sorry, buddy. Alright. I think he had like 80 stance, so we're just guessing. Here we have the Great Jar. It's just a bigger jar helmet. Yep. It's hire the shamans who perform the worship at jails. They offer their prayers to enter to the Great Jar, so that they might be reborn one day into sainthood. The cycle of death, rebirth, taken into the hands of mortal men. Yeah. I don't know if there's a difference in the amount of, because having this on increases the power of jar, like thrown jars. This does too, but I don't know if they, I think it does more damage or provides more damage. And I think both will affect hefty jars. I'll have to double check. So, yeah. But that's all to this little area, this little side area. Okay. I think we go over here. Just go this way to go back down. Let's be a little careful. Bam. This is where the little jars were. Okay, and now off the left is the boss. There's the boss. Alright, there's a Stake of America. Alrighty then. We definitely want multi-hit. The best way to fight this guy is just to wail on him. He has very low poise. he has 65 stance, but he has like very little poise, so you can like stun lock him. And I believe that's actually the best way to fight him. It's just to wail on him. I don't know what else I want, to be honest. Well, he does do magic damage, so it's always a good thing to have. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, stick with the longsword, or should we try something else? Yeah, it's Demi-Human Swordmaster Ons. He is susceptible to slash and fire. Man, I'd probably stick with the longsword. Backhand blades probably will be pretty good, just for the multi-hit purpose, but yeah, we'll try our luck. Yeah, just cause. Alright. Alright, so. Drink. Vow. Grab. And let's go. Yeah. You can parry him, but he jumps around a lot, so it's kind of difficult. Oops. Too soon. Yeah, he does inflict frost. Nope. Stop hopping around. Jumps around a lot. Oop. Probably should have done a guard counter. Thank you. Demi-Human Swordsman Yosh. Yep. The difficulty in this fight is basically he just hops around all over the place. Again, you can be parried, but I wouldn't recommend it just because, again, he just hops around all over the place. so he as you saw, he does stagger pretty easily when he's not attacking. So fast hitting weapon will usually get the job done. Although as you just saw, he does block. So just be careful. Yep. Let's see, what's our time? 1:15. It's actually a good place to call an episode. Yep. All we did was ran around, grabbed some more larval tears, and then we moved forward in the Gravesite Plains. I think all we really have left in the Gravesite Plains is the Western Mausoleum, which will have to be done next episode, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, but we did clear out Ailing Village of the Fly Peoples. Got another talisman. Picked up another Revered Spirit Ash. Um, Picked up the Gravebird armor, which we will be using because I like it. Um, Found the Incursion painting, which was a shield, a pretty good shield actually. Here, let me just clap it on. Yeah, it reminds me of the Black Knight shields from the Dark Souls games. It's got that similar shape. It's got higher than normal fire damage, negation, pretty decent stability. So we'll upgrade this as well and put it through its paces. It's actually a good shield for the DLC because a lot of enemies do fire damage. Mesmer's soldiers, Mesmer himself, various other enemies as well. Inquisitors also use fire damage for some reason. Midra also uses fire. Baal does fire. Dragons do fire. So it's just a really good shield, just all around. Picked up that. Decimated the Ghost Flame Dragon, though could have done it in 3 hits, but I did it in 4 instead. Which gave us another Dragon Heart and Ancient Somber Stone. And then we came down here and cleared out Belurat Jail. Yep. Bunch of ghost people, jars, and inner jar people. Or I don't know what they're called. I'll have to look it up. But, yeah. Yeah, they stuff people in jars and hopefully they become saints. But, these people. Yo. Yep. And then picked up the Great Jar Helm, which I won't be using. And then we took on Demi-Human Swordmaster Ons, who gave us a little bit of trouble, but I expected that to be true. He just hops around all over the place. Reminds me of Yoda's from the Star Wars movies. Little Yoda. Man. But yeah, he can be parried. I wouldn't recommend it. It's just not worth it. But, yep, and that was it. And then next episode, we'll probably start out at the Western Mausoleum. This little thing right here. Although we'll start here and then work our way here. There's a whole bunch of Gravebirds here, but they're not too bad. I mean, they can be a little annoying, but they're not the end of the world. And then we'll take on these solitary jail knights who may or may not kill us. We'll see. I do have a plan for him. We're just going to parry him to death. I think it's the best way to do it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then after that, we're actually not going to do Belurat. We're actually going to skip it for right now. We're actually going to cross the bridge. Take out this little encampment. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can do over here. Yeah. We'll actually cross the bridge, take care of this little encampment, and then go down this way. Yeah, because there's a catacombs at the bottom down there. And after that, we'll swing this way and take care of this little section over here. Yep. Though that's probably going to be 2 episodes right there, at least. Yeah, because the catacombs by themselves, the catacomb by itself is going to be a while. Because the catacombs in the DLC are actually a whole lot better than they were in the base game. A lot more involved, which I think is better. You know, there's a strength in simplicity. A few well-designed dungeons is better than, a dozen, I don't want to say poorly designed, but a dozen mediocre dungeons. But that's just my opinion anyway. And, yep, and that's it. But thank you all. Doesn't quite feel right. Oh well. Not very good at these outros, intros, whatever. But I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.